Junk food is getting banned from schools starting July 1st. The USDA's Smart Snacks in School rules go into effect on July 1st. In short, all junk food and vending machines, a la carte lunches, student stores, and fundraisers, including bake sales, will be banned July 1st. What's allowed? Fruits, vegetables, dairy, protein-rich foods, whole grain-rich foods are all allowed. Water, milk, 100% fruit and vegetable juices allowed. High school students can have caffeine and low-calorie carbonated drinks. There are also a whole bunch of rules. It's something like 50 pages when it comes to caloric content, sodium content, sugar content, fat content. Schools that don't comply face fines or loss of funding. Not all parents think it's a great idea. Here's Vicky Masters from, where is she from? This is Vicky Masters, to be honest. This is a report from Fox 59 who talked to her. She said, I like the way it's done now, because they have fast food one day a week. They are in Plainfield and they have a lot of choice. They have things that they will actually eat, so they get the food in them to go through the day. There are things they just won't eat. They'd rather not eat than eat something they don't like. It is truly sad that this is even necessary because of the childhood obesity epidemic. It's partially bad habits from parents. Having unhealthy food in school, of course, doesn't help. And of course, there's the socioeconomic problems, right? Junk food and foods that aren't particularly good for you are disproportionately cheaper per calorie. Combine that with food desert type situations where we have parts of the country where there isn't really much to buy other than mediocre produce and fast food and chain restaurants. So this is a problem. But, Lewis, I would much rather have the food situation resolved and start working on childhood obesity so that we can move on to things like creationism being taught in school, students doing worse and worse when it comes to math and science, right-wingers wanting to bring back school prayer, standardized tests that measure very little about a student's real potential. We have huge education issues. So on the one hand, this is a problem. The diets of too many kids are a disaster. A lot of it is a result of the parenting. A lot of it is socioeconomic. We have a childhood obesity problem. On the same hand, and I would say on the other hand, but it's really on the same hand because it is just more school problems. There's this long list of issues in our public schools, not to mention private religious schools, but I'm not even thinking about that right now.
And they're all connected because we're not teaching kids about why they shouldn't be eating these things and about why we're taking them away. We're just taking them away. And I don't think it's going to be very effective.
No, it's questionable how effective it will be. But again, if nothing was being done, I would think that was also wrong. That's the issue I have with this. I don't know exactly how effective it'll be overall. I think kids spend a lot of time in school, and if they get better habits there, it could make an impact. But ultimately, what happens outside of school in the long term will dictate how these kids do.